Cristiano Ronaldo has backed the decision to bring in Ruud van Nistelrooy as a coach at Manchester United and said his former Old Trafford teammate can have an impact because he understands the club. Van Nistelrooy returned to the club this summer as part of a revamp of Erik Ten Hag's coaching staff, and the former PSV Eindhoven manager has been playing a prominent role at Carrington, and on match day, Ronaldo and Van Nistelrooy spent 3 years together at United, and the Dutchman has since forged a promising reputation since going into coaching at the end of his playing career. At 39, Ronaldo is still playing on Saudi Arabia, 2 years after his second spell at United ended in acrimony. In an appearance on the Rio Ferdinand Presents podcast, he has called on Ineos to rebuild everything and criticised Erik Ten Hag, but is pleased with Van Nistelrooy's appointment, as long as the manager takes his opinion on board. If Ten Hag listened to Ruud, maybe he can, Ronaldo said, when asked if Van Nistelrooy can help United. I think it can help a lot because he knows the club, and the club should listen the guys who are there. You, Rio, or Roy Keane, or Paul Scholes, or Gary Neville, whatever, Sir Alex Ferguson. You cannot rebuild a club without knowledge. Not guys who work in an office. They understand. I understand a lot of football, because I see football in the television every day. No, this doesn't work like then. The people who understand the football, it was 99% is the people who was there in the dressing room, who was player, who was the most successful coaches in the world. Guardiola, Ferguson, they was player before, they was in dressing the room. They understand, they know how to deal with the players. It's the people who understand these things. So I believe that Ruud is going to help because he was inside the club. He knows the club. He knows the fans. If the coach listens to him, I think they can improve a little bit the club. Hey everyone, welcome back again. You can't be afraid to make difficult decisions if you are the manager of Manchester United. Having said that, it was completely understandable that Erik Ten Hag didn't want to rock the boat with Marcus Rashford at the beginning of the season for several reasons. Rashford struggled last term, but starting the new campaign with him on the bench would have made the situation worse, and it would have dominated the narrative around the club. The academy graduate has started each game in the Premier League, and that's been contentious considering the form of Alejandro Garnacho and Amad, who have been forced to fight to feature on the right wing when many supporters would like to see them both starting Garnacho on the left and Amad on the right would obviously mean naming Rashford on the bench, and Ten Hag has stuck by him, despite that not being a popular decision. Thousands of fans at Old Trafford expressed their dismay at Garnacho being replaced by Amad in the second half of the defeat to Liverpool. Rashford was kept on the pitch instead of Garnacho, and that decision was met with boos around the ground, which felt significant. Rashford's relationship with supporters became strained last season due to his poor performances and off-field behaviour, and they would have preferred him to be substituted. The 26-year-old copped some flack against Liverpool. However, the truth is he created 2 great opportunities, and his performance warranted keeping him on the pitch. Rashford looked bright and would have recorded assists on another day, which creates a dilemma this weekend, as it seems most fans would prefer Garnacho and Amad to start against Southampton. But Ten Hag has continued to back Rashford, and it will be fascinating to see if that continues. Rashford has shared footage of himself doing extra training work during the international break. He has worked with a private coach, and his finishing around the box looked sharp. Although Rashford hasn't recorded a goal or assist this season, his all-round performances have been respectable, and Ten Hag may believe it's about to click for the forward. Rashford is used to give United width on the left, and he is sometimes found hugging the touchline, but it's easy to forget how deadly his ball striking can be when he's in positions around the opposition's box, and it makes sense to give him more license to drift into those areas. Whether or not Ten Hag wants to use Rashford in that manner is another matter, and some will feel he shouldn't get the chance to start a 4th consecutive game in the league. Garnacho and Amad have been impressive and have momentum. The theory is they should be starting on form, but do you remove Rashford from the starting team when there have been positive signs? Ten Hag might play it safe, but gambling on the younger wingers could pay off. The prospect of Garnacho and Ahmad starting on the wings, hopefully with Rasmus Højlund down the middle, against Southampton is exciting, and it feels inevitable that Rashford will be benched at some point if the pair continue their upward trajectory, making them impossible to ignore. While Ten Hag sticking by Rashford to coax him back to form is admirable, it will soon become unjustifiable if he misfires while Garnacho and Ahmad deliver strong performances. Hey Devils, welcome to United District. Here you get latest news updates for Man United. Here we go. Manchester United defender Matthijs de Ligt made a mistake that led to Germany's first goal on Tuesday night, and Ronald Koeman substituted him at halftime to protect him. De Ligt, who joined United from Bayern Munich for an initial €45 million, £38.4 million, didn't play a single minute for the Netherlands as they made the semi-final of Euro 2024. The defender was overlooked for Stefan de Vrij and Virgil van Dijk, but was given the chance to start alongside the latter in a Nations League clash against Germany on Tuesday. However, De Ligt made a mistake for Germany's equaliser in the first half. He played a poor pass and lost the ball, and was eventually hooked at the interval, suffering the same fate as Casemiro did against Liverpool when being replaced by Brighton centre-back Jan-Paul van Hecke. Ligt has fallen down the central defensive pecking order for his country, and De Vrij, Van Dijk, Mickey van der Ven of Tottenham and Van Hecke now all seem to be ahead of him. Koeman spoke to Dutch broadcaster NOS after the game and was asked to explain his decision to remove De Ligt at half-time. "Of course, I would rather have kept Matthijs on the pitch," he said. "It just looks like he is now in a period where all his mistakes are being punished. I gave him a new chance today, but eventually protected him by taking him off." De Ligt's performance for the Netherlands in their previous game against Bosnia and Herzegovina was scrutinised in the Dutch media, and Koeman defended him after that appearance. He himself realises that he was in the wrong position. "This should not happen, but mistakes are part of football," said Koeman. "I think it is unfair to make a big deal out of it," De Ligt added. "I also know that there are times when I can do better. It's also been a long time since I played 90 minutes. If I have to name something, I'm most satisfied with that. That second goal where I can't get my footing, I know from myself, the more matches I play, the better my footwork gets. In my head, I know that I will do better next time." De Ligt made his full United debut against Liverpool and is set to feature against Southampton.